let me tell you how it's about to go. Let me show you the towel you're about to throw. This is hip-hop, try to run it on house, or knock your ass straight out the door. I'm the enemy's epitome, the fantasy, my tendency to mentally give your career the death penalty. I instantly advise you to match my intensity.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Lost Legends TV. We are Ready to MC, and I'm Ray.
And I'm James.
We are back with the October Horror Madness Tournament, my friends.
And we are at the final 8 films.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, we're going to give you a breakdown. For the Supernatural bracket, we have the 2-seed Final Destination, the 4-seed Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
In the Monster bracket, we have the 2-seed It versus the 4-seed Alien. In the Slasher bracket, the 4-seed Halloween, the 6-seed Scream. And in the combo bracket, the 7-seed Hatchet, the surprise of the round of the whole tournament so far.
The underdog.
And the 8-seed Resident Evil, also an underdog. I'm excited to see how this finishes out because I did not see half of these films here in this final 8. So I'm ready to get into this. So we're going to start going and get into the Supernatural one. And so Final Destination versus
Insidious.
So let's get it. Plot, sequels, and freshness. We've already discussed this in previous videos, so we're not going to go as deep into it. Go ahead and give them, like, you ain't going to give them a breakdown, but let's talk about it. So, like, Insidious and Final Destination. Final Destination, I would say they keep it to going a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a straightforward plot. Each time you know what you're going to get because it's always death is coming after you. In each of the films, it's because someone had a premonition, threw it off.
And they always, and I mean always, even in the worst film, they keep creative ass.
It was four.
Four. Even in the worst ones, whether it be 4, they kept creative ass ways so death can kill you. Mm-hmm. Some of them was, throughout the films, but nonetheless, the fucking creativity you have to show an audience, hey, this person is gonna die by something you can't see, which is death. Like death, takes control and manipulates shit around you.
Yeah,
you know,
and then
that's a challenge in itself.
Yeah, and then Insidious, the first 2 straightforward, and I'm not saying that 3 and 4 weren't, but it's like they wanted to backtrack and give you more information.
That's the prequels,
and technically, 5 Final Destination is a prequel because it happens before the events of the first one.
Ends with a fucking plane.
Yeah, ends where they get to the plane. So they did backtrack themselves.
We know what Final Destination is. The story's the same regardless. Insidious, they focus on, the family, they're bringing Elise. They focus on the further. They focus on the prequel. So the story and the subplots are a little more complicated.
They go a little more in depth on it. I will say for me, what it will come down to is how it came across, like how it was portrayed in the film wise. Because plot wise, if you were to pitch me both of these, like the franchises, I'd be like, those sound amazing, honestly.
Get it done.
Let's do it. But like, how did it done well? It would also come down to like which one would I rather watch. I think I have my answer.
I know my answer.
Okay.
Well, I predict we're going to disagree, but maybe not.
Yeah.
If we do, we'll try to sway each other.
Okay.
So on 3?
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres. Insidious. I knew it.
Okay, so
all right, so what's your argument, sir?
Okay, so I would say I think Insidious has a little bit better acting, and not even just the acting, because there's been like some of the kills in Final Destination, like they did the little quirk, like the little I hope you drop dead type, not exactly that, but they did that a decent bit in some of them, especially like 4. So that's why I wasn't a big fan of it. Some of the kills got like ridiculous in it, but I still like that idea more. Mm-hmm. Like I still like the idea of like you don't know what you're gonna get with death. Death is coming from all different angles. And Insidious, even though you don't know exactly what you're going against, once you get there, it's just it's that demon. Like we're facing this specific demon. You know what I mean?
Okay. And
it's a straightforward. Like, okay, we got to take this motherfucker out. Like, even though he can come from different angles, we know where he's coming. Death is like, it's just, literally, like, that girl's computer exploded, bro. Like, we keep coming to that. It just exploded, and then all this shit lined up, and then bam, she's dead.
Fucking kitchen knife?
Exactly.
Okay, so my argument is, when I watch Final Destination, I know what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. It's death. I'm not watching Final Destination for the plot because the plot's always the same. If we're focusing on plot, sequels, and freshness, at least with Insidious, they have a story, they build upon the story, and even when in the third one when they go with Quinn, they incorporate new characters with the story and the prequels. So if I'm going for story, it has to be Insidious. If I'm looking just for deaths and creativity in death, it's Final Destination.
I got you.
So if we're going with plots, I'm sticking with Insidious.
Okay. See, here's another thing. I'm not huge on I don't care about prequels like that. I like prequels, especially if you need to explain something.
You do it right, you know.
I don't think they needed two. I don't think we needed both prequels to set it up. I feel like 4 was more of a cash grab because people like this Elise character. Let's just tell her story, and then just tie it in. Like I feel like the original idea when they got that wasn't going to be like, okay, let's tie this into the original Insidious. I feel like it was more like, well, people really like this Elise character. Let's just give her a backstory.
And just tie it into the fucking...
And then just tie it in.
I can't argue with that one.
And at least with like a Final Destination prequel, you didn't know it was a prequel. Oh. Like if you were watching from the beginning, you did not know it was a prequel until you got to the very fucking end. It did not seem like a cash grab opportunity, even though the fourth one said it was the Final Destination. Like after that, people were just kind of like, they wanted to see another one. In this situation, they did kind of wrap it up and bring it into a prequel. But if you didn't go into that knowing it was a prequel, you would not have known. It blended in and then bam, at the last second, like, oh shoot, this happened right before the first one. That's another thing. But like I said, I still think the acting was better in Insidious. I don't think we needed that fourth film.
Do you think that's fourth film worse than Final Destination not having a pivotal story though? Besides just a person having a premonition and then, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Because, again, my thing is, Insidious is story-driven.
Yeah, I got you.
To me, Final Destination is not. Somebody has a premonition, they try to stop death, they die in the end.
I got you.
In every film.
If you want to do that, we can go that. That's fine.
I mean, that's only if you agree with me.
I get it, is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. Like I said, personally, I would rather watch Final Destination over Insidious.
Okay.
But if you want to go to Insidious, we can go to Insidious.
So you're agreeing on Insidious?
That's fine.
Insidious takes the first point.
Moving on to the box office. We get to Final Destination again. We thought it was dope that it came out 666 for the entire for just like the total box office without the gross, without factoring the budget. The lowest one was the second one that only got 90 mil. The highest one was the fourth one, which got 186 mil. You average it all out, we get $512 million. Which is not bad at all.
No. I mean, that's halfway to $1 billion.
Yeah, that's $100 million per film, basically.
So you have Insidious, the lowest being the first film, and they made $99.5 million, just short of $100 million. Go to the highest film, which is the fourth one, which we was talking about, $167.9 million. You average all the totals out throughout the franchise Insidious, you get $514.8 million.
Which means this was the closest one. This was a separation of $2 million.
$2 million.
That's
by the edge.
So Insidious will also take it.
Takes the second point.
Then we get to critical or audience response. Critically, the critics were more like this was like an average thing. You know what I mean? Like they were just kind of like, It's nothing you'd be like, oh, you need to go, but it's about average. So the lowest one you're going to get is 4, which I agree, but I don't agree with this specific score. It's 4.23 because I think it's a little lower than that. The highest was the fifth one, 5.9 out of 10. You average it all out, we get 4.97 out of 10, which is almost dead on average.
Yep. In Insidious, critical response, the lowest critical response you're going to get in the Insidious franchise is the fourth film, which weirdly made the most money. So you get 5.12 out of 10. The highest being, of course, the first one, the original, which started it all, at 5.97 out of 10. You average everything out, that's 5.35 out of 10.
Which, again, is a 0.4 difference.
This is neck and neck, man.
Like
neck and neck.
Just the slightest. And then we go to audience response. The lowest one you're going to get is the fourth Final Destination, which I agree is 29%. The highest is going to be the fifth one. Again, 63%. People really like that the way they tie that in. You average it all out, we're going to come down to 43.6%.
Audience score for Insidious, the lowest one, is being 33% from the fourth film. People really didn't like this one. The highest one being 66%, and being the first one, the original, the champion. So you average everything out, you get 49%, which is dead on average.
And it's 5.4% higher.
Again, neck to fucking neck.
Which means Insidious will take this in the sweep. If we got to the fourth round,
Kills.
Final Destination would took that. Like it's not even a discussion. Insidious had like one, maybe two decent kills.
Fucking squash match.
It would have been a squash.
Not a whole lot of fucking franchises in this bracket. I think besides fucking Saw, Hatchet, and a few Resident Evil are fucking with that Final Destination kills.
Like that's honest. That's what I'm saying. Like had I been able to sway him, I feel like we would have definitely gone to film for this. Like we would have definitely got there. So Insidious is gonna take on the winner of the monster bracket, which will mean it'll take on the winner of It and Alien. Just for shits and giggles, let's talk about fearfulness.
Yeah, out of good sport, fearfulness. Which one be more afraid of? And I feel like we're gonna have the same argument that we had previously with Final Destination and fucking VHS. So let me state my case.
Go ahead.
Again. And this is probably the franchise in every single one of the participants that I think has the most fearfulness. Because you're dealing with fucking demonic possessions and shit, poltergeist, and they're tormenting you, they can fucking possess you, and then you can die. And then you can go to the further, basically fucking purgatory, and you have to do that shit again for eternity.
Okay. Let me pitch you this. Put yourself in the position of the person who had the premonition, okay?
Okay.
So imagine this. You're on, I'm going to just pick one. You're on that roller coaster, right? You sitting there with your date, you got your homies with you and everything, and then you see everyone start fucking dying. And then you see you and your girl die like that, and then bam, premonition. That is you reliving that moment. Because you knew what was happening. And not only were you potentially going to have to relive it, but death was like, no, you ain't getting the fuck away from me. It's happening. He came after you. And not only the fearfulness of watching death pick off your friends in order of how you saw them die. And you know, like imagine trying to pitch to me, like, bro, I saw you die. I know you're going to die, bro. Like, this is the order. We need to just not do anything crazy. Let's just sit here, whatever, right? It kept coming. You feel me? Death was not going to stop until he knocked off you and all your friends. At least in the further situation, there's a chance you can get out of that if you have the right person.
Right. There's
no escaping death. Like, none. If you get into the further, it's not exactly that you have died. You know what I mean?
You understand that, yeah.
Yeah,
it's basically purgatory.
It's basically purgatory. And in 4, 4 and 1, you can see that there's a way to get out of further.
Yeah.
Again, with Final Destination, that would have not been the case. Like, you've seen every single one of them. Death got that final person every single time. Did not matter if you got the premonition or not. It did not matter. It was over.
But again, at least this can be over with.
Again,
what if you don't have the person to get you out? You're stuck in there forever with all those.
I'm saying if we're the person, if we're the people in the story, the actual Insidious story, someone's going to get us out. I feel like someone would have gotten us out. We're not surviving Final Destination.
So this is basically quickness versus long term.
Yeah, and I would probably pick Final Destination, honestly, but that's just because like in certain situations, Insidious would definitely be scarier than a lot of things, like hands down. But when you sit and think about it, like I said, if we were the characters in the film, Elise or somebody was going to get us out. If we're the characters in Final Destination, it does not matter. No one is going to stop us from dying. We're going to die because that premonition happened, and death was like, well, this was how it's supposed to happen. But since you want to play God, I'll go find you at your crib. It don't matter.
You know, I think you swayed me because, you know, if we're talking immediate action right here,
yeah. Even
if I'm in the further, hey, I'm here. You know, if I'm here forever, I'm fucking here forever. I'll get used to the fucking jump scares and fucking the ugly ass poltergeist, but to live in the situation where I gotta watch all my fucking friends die, And even if I say fuck it, because this has happened in Final Destination, I say fuck it, you know, I'm going to take myself before you take me. Nah, death ain't going to let it happen.
Exactly.
So
I feel like Final Destination would have won. I could have just swayed him in the fucking beginning. But it's cool. I fuck with Insidious.
I still think Insidious, the story driven is
I get you. The
repeat story, you know?
I feel you. I get that. That's why I tried to, like, I wanted to sway you because, like, for one, like I said, I still would watch Final Destination before I would watch Insidious. A lot of times when you get, like, horror movies, like, you get a basic idea and it's like, oh, that's great. Let's build upon it. They didn't really build upon it other than in kills. Mm-hmm. But they kept it consistent. There's a lot of franchises where after the first one, they try to change it and fucked it all up. So that's why I was like, at least in this situation, they kept it consistent. They stayed on the point. They kept it moving. Insidious, like I said, once you get past the first two and you get to that third one, the third one is pretty good. I'm not going to say it's bad. But we did not need that fourth film with the leaks. No. That was legit. Let's cash grab it. Let's get it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the problem is they did it successfully, which makes it, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for the franchise, but that's not a good thing. People didn't like the fucking movie.
They didn't. That's what I'm saying.
It was the lowest fucking ranked film.
That's what I'm saying. But, so, Insidious will take on the winner of It versus Alien. When we get to that one, tell us what you would think. Do you think Final Destination should have won? Tell me how you would have swayed Ray in the first round.
Let me know if it's possible.
Yeah, tell me if it's possible, because I tried. My man's was not fucking with it. And that's cool. I ain't gonna trip. Let us know what you got. The next one we're going to get into is probably going to be It versus Alien. That'll be the next one you see.
Yep.
So, until next time, y'all, deuces.
Adios.
What a slam. Bring us back to you, grouches. My crew just might roll on you like